Hi, welcome back. It's Susan. I've made this gorgeous card today and I'm going to show you what I've done to make it. So first of all, I've got the scallop stack circles, £8.40 for the set. There's 6 dies. I've used the next one down from the large one, and I love that pin detail. I use them all the time. The largest one is 5 3/4 inches. It will go through your Big Shot and your Platinum 6 machines, no problem whatsoever. And of course, they're from Craftaddictionuk. You've got my coupon code Susan5 for your extra 5% off all your orders if you need any. So I've cut my bits and pieces. I've got some poinsettia dies and some leaves just out of my collection. Can't recall what brand they are. So I've picked up some real red ink and I'm going to give them a spritz with a mixture of water and glycerin. So with the flat of my finger going onto that petal, popping that colour down. Now, as you know, I do like to colour my flowers this way, and usually I would squirt them with just water. But I use this mixture to clean my stamps, and it was on my desk, so I thought I'm going to spritz it with this mixture. And what I can tell you is, whereas the water kind of makes the ink disperse and obviously thinner, this one gives it kind of well, it is definitely thicker texture, and yeah, it doesn't wet your card just like normal water does. So this might be the way to go for me in future. So going again now, doing the same thing with cherry cobbler. Just adding texture and the different depths of colour to those petals. Now I need some more. I can feel that that's drying. Just to finish off, so popping a bit more of the cherry cobbler down and a spritz with that mixture, and that's my bottle. It's just got water and some glycerin. Don't ask me for the quantities because I didn't do it in a measuring kind of way. I just, in my glycerin pot, I've got a pipette. So I just do a few squirts of that and then fill my bottle up with water. Now with the cherry cobbler and some bubble wrap, just going straight from the pad onto the cardstock, just to add that extra texture. It's so lovely doing this way. Of course, if you don't like to get your fingers dirty, then put a glove on. I don't mind. It easy comes off. So I'm going to wash my hands and clear away now. So now I've picked up my foam mat and my ball tool. I'm going to give them some shape. So pinching with my index finger and my thumb, then just giving it a press. Doing the same thing for all of them. I hope you agree these flowers look absolutely beautiful. So I've got my case of stamens. I haven't used these in I can't tell you how long. So it's stamens today. Picking 3 up at a time. So when they're doubled over, you're going to get 6 heads. But obviously that hole in the centre isn't big enough for these to go through. So I'm going to find my craft wire, what I use for this purpose. So I might have to unwind it a little bit because these have been used. So get in 3, putting the wire around it, so doubling over those stamens and trying to get it flat. But first what I'm going to do is put the flowers together, so just with a bit of glue, not putting any over the hole, and I've picked it up so I can see through both holes and offsetting those petals. I need those holes to line up to get those stamens through. So doing the same with the smaller one. Lining it up and giving it a press. I'm not using that last one. Now I've got a piece of wire that's longer, so I'm going to cut it off level. Then put it through the holes on both sides. Now on the back I would normally use hot glue, but I'm not going to today. I'm just going to tape the back of those stamens down just with some sticky tape and give it a tweak. Now if you don't want to have yours raised like me, perhaps you want your flowers flat, you can certainly do them, but if you wanted to put stamens in, then I would just suggest that you cut the backings off and only glue the heads down. Or you could do a flat gem in the centre, just like the ones I do with hot glue and glitter. So doing the other one. Popping it through those holes. And this time I'm going to put a little glue on the back. So getting my glue, and holding that down a second, and I'm still going to put tape on. So giving that one a tweak. They're done. So bringing in my panels. So with the white scallop stack, I'm going to just glue that flat onto the panel at the back, which is 5 inches by 6¼ inches. And that's just out of an old paper pad I'd got. I think it was from the pound shop. Now I've just got something onto that cardstock, but it doesn't matter. And this red die, that's a Chloe's Creative Circles. Absolutely beautiful, that die. So it just marries up perfectly with the scallop stack. I'm doing a dummy run. I want to put a sentiment on, so I'm just seeing how the composition is going to come together. And that's a lot nicer. So hopefully my stamp will fit in that. Yeah, I think I'm going to be okay doing that. So I'm going to take them off now. Now I know where I'm going to place them and get the stamp platform. I'm going to get a piece of scrap, pop it in, close the door, pick the stamp up, because I want to dust with anti-static and I don't want it on my sticky mat. So slipping that out, just checking that position and getting some Cosmic Shimmer and the Versamark. So the Versamark is a sticky ink and the Cosmic Shimmer is a gold embossing powder, what I'm going to use. So just light presses on that stamp. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. So getting the embossing powder. I've already got my heat tool heating up a few seconds while I'm popping this powder away. And that's lovely. Giving that a couple of seconds to cool with a clean, soft cloth, just buffing up, taking away that powder from the anti-static. So it's just time to pop it all together. So that panel is 5 by 6 1/4, and my base card is 5 1/4 by 6 1/2. I'm going to lie it down flat because my flowers are very dimensional. And of course it's a special card, so it will be going in a box. So getting my arrangement and doing it around that sentiment. So it's just gluing it down. And while I am gluing it down, I would like to say thank you to my subscribers for interacting with me, for liking. Thank you to my new subscribers. I do appreciate everyone who subscribes. It helps my channel to grow, for your interaction. it's just lovely to have some support. And if you're still watching and you've not subscribed, it's totally free. Just press that subscribe button. And like I say, it does help my channel to grow. I've also got a Facebook group if you'd like to join that. It's called Susan Creates. It's a private group. Only members see what you post. You can post anything you've made, branded, unbranded, it doesn't matter. If you've made it, you can post it. It doesn't have to be well, it does have to be crafting, obviously, but it doesn't have to be paper craft. If you've done something else, then it's still crafting. You can see that embossing powder, how it shines when the light hits it. Just beautiful. So I do hope you've liked this card, and I do hope that you give it a go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.